We'll call the full board meeting to order. Please rise for silent prayer, followed by salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to request the clerk call the roll.
Basson. Weigelt.
Here.
Holmes.
Here.
Simmons.
Here.
Katz.
Here.
Adams. Here. Mettler. Here. Collins.
Here.
Riley.
Here.
Eldridge. Helsley.
Here.
Hurston.
Here.
Livonia.
Here.
Cousin. Here. Mia.
Here.
Jametis.
Here.
Mussman. Here. Scalera.
Here.
Desi.
Here.
Holtling. Here. Morel.
Here.
Not.
Here.
Skoda.
Present.
32, 27 absent. Oh, we have a quorum. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I heard my computer click.
Thank you. So, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we have 3 public hearings tonight. So the first one, I'd like to open the public hearing on local law 1 of 2023, and I'll ask the clerk to read the notice.
Please take notice that the Columbia County Board of Supervisors shall hold a public hearing on the 10th day of May 2023 at 7 p.m. held in the Columbia County Board of Supervisors Chambers, 401 State Street, Hudson, New York, concerning the proposed enactment of local law number 1 of 23, providing real property tax exemptions for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers pursuant to section 466A of the real property tax law. Copies of said proposed local laws are available in the office of the clerk of the Board of Supervisors by order of the clerk of the board, Kelly S. Vaquero, April 27th, 2023.
Are there any comments from supervisors?
I had a question.
Supervisor Riley.
I had a question, Mr. Chairman, maybe PJ or somebody from the fire side of this could answer it. We looked at this at the town level, and I know that there is a tax deduction that volunteer firemen can take already. And the question we raised was, they can only take one or the other, and without the school systems, the town and the county combined was less than they were getting. And I was afraid that our volunteer firemen would take the lower exemption without realizing they can't take, or try to take both. If you take both, I understand you lose both. You lose both. So,
Yeah, as of right now, they can only take either the $200 income tax credit
Right.
or the property tax exemption. I believe the State Fire Association is trying to get legislation to change that so that they can have both. But right now it's one or the other. But with regards to the property tax exemption for this local law, it's just pertaining to county tax purposes, but based on a full value tax rate for the county of around $4.17 per thousand. The average savings to a volunteer firefighter for county tax purposes would be about $132 based on that. So once you add school, if a school adopts it as well, and then you add town, which would be the smallest portion of all 3, it will amount to over $200 savings. So I could see volunteers choosing this rather than the income tax credit, but right now they can only have one or the other.
right, and my fear was by passing this we're encouraging to take this, and they think it's a good thing, and they don't realize they're actually going to lose money, or they'll do both without realizing that causes an issue.
Well, I think that through the fire coordinator's office, I think he's been trying to keep fire companies in the loop and provided probably information on the exemption itself. And I know the State Fire Association has been giving presentations throughout the state about it and stressing that right now you can have only one or the other. But an important thing to remember with this is we're adopting this after taxable status date. So they have until March 1 of 2024 to apply for the exemption up until that point. And then it will impact taxes, town and county taxes, January of 2025. So by March 2024, there could be already legislation that allows for them to have both.
I just wanted to make a point that
Yeah.
we did look at this and it has some concerns.
And I will say that Assemblywoman Barrett is proposing legislation so that they could have both.
NICEAC has also identified this as a priority to try to push that through for the upcoming sessions in June as well, so that they are also on board to allow all the exemptions.
That's great. I'm fully supportive of it. And it's great if they can do both. I was just worried about passing something before the schools did, because I knew the school is what put us over the $200, not the county or the towns.
Right. And the school, when the county adopted an exemption because we were allowed to with previous legislation. So that was adopted back in 2003. We had 4 school districts that adopted it at that time as well. But it was a much smaller exemption. I have had school districts reach out to me to get information about the exemption, and they were waiting to see what the county was going to do. So there is some interest in discussing this at the school level. Whether they adopt it or not, I don't know, but we're only looking at it for county tax purposes at this point.
Supervisor Holding, who's next?
I think this is a Suzette question. If every town in here wanted to pass it, when would we need to adopt the local law for it to take effect that same January 25 date that the county is taking effect?
It should be adopted before December 1st of 2023.
And then if we were to go to our school boards, or residents in our town were to go to our school boards, when would the school board need to adopt it so that it took effect? I guess that would be for the September of 25.
The same time frame.
So
Yeah.
December 1st of 23 is when the town, if everyone wants to go in effect kind of at the same
Yes.
time. December
Yes.
1st.
And that has been the goal in the discussions at the county government committee meetings. That has been the goal, because we know adopting it at the county level isn't going to get them to over the $200 maximum. But we thought if we held off and adopted it now and passed out our local law to the municipalities for them to adopt, and also share it with the school districts for them, to consider and adopt, that would be the better way to go about it, to try and get, everybody or most on board to give them more benefit.
And can towns basically copy and paste your local law language, putting in our municipality?
Yes, and I'm
information?
going to send those out as a Word document to everyone, including the section of real property tax law that things to, and a couple of other, just some pointer things that I wanted to point out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's pretty well been covered. I just wanted to say that I supported this, and that I do hope that all the school districts follow us, and I think that's been discussed pretty heavily now.
Supervisor Adams?
I just wondered which school districts had supported this previously.
Chatham, Ichabod, Hudson. Can't think of the other one offhand. And I don't think I brought that in my things that I brought with me, but Chatham, Ichabod, and Hudson were definitely three of the 4.
New Lebanon, unfortunately, might be a heavy lift. We are unfortunately the only school district in Columbia County that does not give the veterans exemption.
Correct.
And we have gone
We could
multiple
lobby
times
together.
to the school board.
Maybe we could co-lobby.
Well, now we have 3 more candidates on the ballot that are all supportive, so.
Okay.
Supervisor Guzzi?
Yeah, I don't think this is perfect, but I'll tell you what, it's a start. Right. And I think we need to start somewhere. So, I support this. Thank you.
Supervisor Holding?
Do you know what the threshold is for property value at where it would exceed the $200 tax credit?
I didn't figure that out, but what I used was the average assessed value for a residential single-family home on a property with less than 10 acres of land. An average, based on last year's assessment goal for the county, was about 317,000 assessed value. So, and that gave them 10% exemption, would give them 31,700 exempt value and multiplied by the adjusted tax rate is like $132.
Because the town of Germantown just adopted this law back in April, knowing that this was going to be coming and knowing that the town portion is minuscule. It would have had to been a $1.5 million property for them to benefit rather than, but I was just wondering, with now the county and state of Germantown, we're that much closer. So
Yeah.
there will be a couple of properties that are.
Can you pass that along to me? Because I wasn't aware that the town.
Yes, we just passed it in April, so I will.
Yeah, pass that local law on to me, so I
And
have.
I think April's already done it too.
Thank you.
Any other supervisors? Any public comments? I don't think we have public here, but we have, Mike Tucker's public.
Justin.
Okay, no public comments. I'm going to close the public hearing and we're going to need a roll call vote.
Basson. Weigel.
Yes.
Ooms.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Stats.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were thinking about it. Adams.
Yes.
Mettler.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Riley.
Yes.
Eldridge. Helsley.
Yes.
Thurston.
Yes.
Livonia.
Yes.
Cousin. Yes. Mia.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Scalera.
Yes.
Fuzzy.
Yes.
Holton.
Yes.
Morel.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
Skoda.
Yes.
3208, yes, and 327 nay or absent. The local law passes.
Thank you. Next, public hearing number 2 is actually local law 2 of 2023. I ask the clerk read the notice.
This state notice that the Columbia County Board of Supervisors shall hold a public hearing on the 10th day of May 2023 at 7 p.m. held at the Columbia County Board of Supervisors Chambers, 401 State Street, Hudson, New York, concerning the proposed enactment of local law 2 of 2023, establishing income levels for senior citizen real property tax exemption pursuant to section 467 of the real property law. The County of Columbia hereby adopts the following sliding scale schedule relative to income levels and the percentage of assessed valuation exempt from taxation. Copies of said proposed local laws are available in the office of the clerk of the Board of Supervisors. I order the clerk of the board, Kelly Escaro, April 27, 2023.
Thank you. Any supervisors have any comments about local law number 2?
I just had a question.
Yes, Supervisor Adams had her hand up.
Oh, go ahead.
Let her have her question first.
Okay, Supervisor.
This relates to local law 2 and 3. So if I'm reading this correctly, Suzette, the income levels and the percentages are the same for low income, disabled, and seniors.
Yes.
Thank you.
Supervisor Adams.
And I just wanted to say that our assessor had done this analysis independently of the county, and we came up with virtually the same formulas. And that pleases the town, our town board, because it means that this will be clearer, easier to explain, and easier to apply throughout our constituency.
Thank you. Any other supervisors? Anyone from the public? Okay, we'll close the public hearing and take a roll call vote.
Basson. Weigel.
Yes.
Ooms.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Stats.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Mettler.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Riley.
Yes.
Eldridge. Helsley.
Yes.
Thurston.
Yes.
Livonia.
Yes.
Cousin.
Yes.
Mia.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Scalera.
Yes.
Fuzzy.
Yes.
Holton.
Yes.
Morel.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
Skoda.
Yes.
Okay, same amount, which was 3208 yeses and 327 nays, are absent. The rest, the local law number 2 passes.
Okay, and now I'm going to open the public hearing for local law 3 of 2023 and ask the clerk to read the notice.
The quick notice that the Columbia County Board of Supervisors will hold a public hearing on the 10th day of May 2023, 7 p.m. on the Columbia County Board of Supervisors Chambers, 401 State Street, Hudson, New York, concerning the proposed enactment of local law 3 of 2023, establishing income levels for disabled or low income real property tax exemption pursuant to section 459C of the real property tax law. The County of Columbia hereby adopts the following sliding scale schedule relative to income levels and the percentage of assessed valuation exempt from taxation. Copies of said proposed local laws are available at the office of the clerk of the board of supervisors by order of the clerk of the board, April 27, 2023.
Thank you. Contact the supervisors? Any comments from the public? I will close the public hearing and take a roll call vote.
Okay, Batson, Weigel.
Yes.
Coombs.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Stats.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Mettler.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Riley.
Yes.
Eldridge. Leslie.
Yes.
Kirsten.
Yes.
Livonia.
Yes.
Cousin. Yes. Mia.
Yes.
Venus.
Yes.
Westman. Yes. Scalera.
Yes.
Dudley.
Yes.
Bolton.
Yes.
Morel.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
Skoda.
Yes.
Okay, 3208 ayes, 327 nays are absent, local law passes.
Thank you. Okay, I need a motion to pay the bills, accept the president's report, file the minutes within the clerk's office.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'd like to, request the clerk read the resolutions.
Resolution 177 of 2023 to 211 of 2023 by Supervisor Howell.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 212 of 2023 through 233 of 2023 by Supervisor Livonia.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Do any supervisors have any business to bring to the board? Okay, I do have one change in the committee assignments. Supervisor Guzzi is getting off of the Public Works Committee because of time constraints, and I'm going to appoint Supervisor Weigel to take his place.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay, and next, need a motion to go into executive session
Make a motion to go into executive
to
session.
talk about contractual issues. You have a motion? You have a second? Okay. Rick, contractual issues. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
There's no option.
Second?
Excellent.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.